Hello everyone and welcome back. It is Michael from Hallowed Thrills back with another video, and today we have another month coming and going, so that means we have another episode of the News Bulletin Breakdown, where I break down all the news of the past month for theme parks that I have either been to or that news has come out that I would think that you guys would want to know about. But anyways, today we are going to be covering news from Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens, and a little bit of SeaWorld. So before we get into all that though, make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. It really helps out the channel and gets me out to more people so they can continue to enjoy things that you guys are already enjoying. But also go and check out my Instagram and my Twitter. Links for those are both down in the description, so you can go and check those out. I am posting a whole bunch of stuff over on there regarding news as well. Starting off with Walt Disney World, this is where most of our news for this month is coming from, whether it be stuff returning from the pandemic or things being renovated for the 50th anniversary. Just a whole bunch of stuff has been going down. We are going to be starting off with a return though, as officially as of July 1st. Our two nighttime shows, our two important nighttime shows I might add, no offense, but Happily Ever After at the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Forever at Epcot have returned to be showed every single night at Walt Disney World, and I could not be happier. And they have returned with a few enhancements, but they have returned for the time being. And honestly, like I said, I could not be happier that these have returned. I did watch a few streams when the first Happily Ever After return was being showed a few days ago, and honestly, it has been 400 days, count it, 400 plus days since we have had a nighttime show at Walt Disney World, and now that these shows have returned for the time being, I could not be happier. But the reason I say for the time being is because a little bit ago last month, they did announce during Good Morning America information regarding the multiple new shows, regarding the two new nighttime shows and a new daytime show that would be starting at Walt Disney World for the 50th anniversary. Now, the two nighttime shows, the first one being the Disney's Enchantment over at the Magic Kingdom, which is a brand new show that I didn't even know was existing to begin with before they announced it. Apparently it had been talked about before, but completely went over my head. But a little bit of info about the Magic Kingdom show directly from the Disney Parks blog. This evening extravaganza will take you on a journey filled with adventure, wonder, and empowerment, inspiring everyone to believe in magic. Disney Enchantment will feature music, enhanced lighting, stunning fireworks, and for the first time, immersive projection effects that extend from Cinderella Castle all the way down Main Street, USA. And I am honestly super excited for this show, honestly, because of that one line right at the end. The projection mapping will be going from the Cinderella Castle all the way down Main Street, so even if you aren't extremely close to the castle, you are still getting that immersive effect of those projections, which I thought was missing when they initially had Happily Ever After start up. But our other nighttime show that will be coming, which everyone should know about at this point, because whether you've been to Epcot or haven't, we have Harmonious officially making its debut on October 1st. Both these shows will be starting on October 1st. Harmonious over at Epcot. It has been rumored and speculated and just talked about for so long that this show would be coming to replace, as you can see, Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, one of my personal favorite fireworks shows. But I could not be more happy of both of these nighttime shows coming to Walt Disney World. Now, talking about the daytime show though. So I mentioned a daytime show that would be coming, and a new daytime show is coming to Animal Kingdom. Now, this will take place multiple times throughout the day, similar to the Up show that they have with Doug and Kevin and Russell. But this is going to be called Disney Kite Tales. A little bit of details regarding this, once again, from the Disney Parks blog. Performers will fly wind catchers and kites of all shapes and sizes while out on the water. Elaborate three-dimensional kites, some stretching to 30 feet long, will depict Disney animal friends including Simba, Zazu, Baloo, and King Louie. These colorful creations will dance through the sky to the beat of your favorite Disney songs in an uplifting, vibrant experience for the whole family. And personally, this show sounds amazing. It sounds like something that definitely needed to be coming to Animal Kingdom, and it just, to me, fits the whole vibe of Animal Kingdom. Now, like I said, once again, all of these shows will be debuting for the 50th anniversary on October 1st for the beginning of the whole 18-month celebration, along with many of the other additions in the park. This one being one that I have waited for it to be announced for an opening date for forever, since it had initially been starting to get constructed. And that is, we have a rumored opening date for Space 2020. This is the International Space Station themed restaurant that is going to be over next to Mission Space in Epcot. And honestly, like I said, could not be happier. The immersive elements of this restaurant are second to none. You have the space elevator, you have the full screens all the way around the restaurant that just make it look like you're in space while you're having dinner. And it's really awesome. And once again, I cannot express this enough. All of these are going to be starting at Walt Disney World, except for the space one, which hasn't officially been announced by Disney, but the other ones, all the shows, October 1st is when you want to be there. Our last little bit of Disney news is a reopening of Casey's Corner in the Magic Kingdom. Everyone's favorite place to get a hot dog on property has finally reopened since its closure back at the very beginning of the pandemic. So similar to the fireworks, it has been a long 400 days for those people that have been craving those foot-long hot dogs in the Magic Kingdom. Personally, I've only been there once, so I'm not really too thrilled. I'm not really too over the top about this reopening, but a lot of people that I know are super happy that Casey's Corner has finally come back. We now have more information, moving on to the next little bit of news for Disney. We now have more information regarding the Jungle Cruise construction. Now, over the past couple months, a lot of stuff has started to change regarding construction and scene changes and script changes and things being removed. And like I said, they've just been starting to ramp up construction a whole bunch in the past months. These new scenes that have been implemented over the past months include a new Explorer scene, a boats, baits, and bites shop, a sunken cruise boat, and a new Trader Sam gift shop. Personally, I'm gonna be honest, I initially hated all of the changes that they announced for this. I was not on board a lot for them, but now that I've started to see them take shape within these pictures that people have been posting, I honestly cannot wait to see this in person when it's finally completely done. My only complaint is that they have removed so many animatronics that for these updates that just honestly it seems that there's going to be a lot of empty spaces in these scenes where there could be an animatronic there, or just it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of animatronics. And personally, that's one of the cooler things to see in a Disney attraction, at least for me, is just these really lifelike characters that are in each scene and just seeing them, what they add to the scenes. But like I said, I'm going to have to wait until I see this completely done so I can personally experience the new story that they have to tell for this attraction. Now, moving on to some brief Universal news, as this episode was very Disney heavy regarding news for this month, but it was announced earlier last month that the Olympic rings will be coming to the Universal parks on both coasts in Hollywood and Orlando for the Rings Across America tour. Now, this Rings Across America tour is happening because the summer 2021 Olympics in Tokyo are taking place in July. So as of the recording of this video, I believe the rings are in Hollywood and soon within the next few weeks will be in Orlando, and you can go there and take pictures with them, and it's a really awesome experience. And this is all leading up to the beginning of the Olympics, which is July 23rd is when the Olympics in Tokyo officially kick off. Now, the last little bit of Universal news, I know I said it's not much for Universal, but it was recently found out there are a large amount of track pieces being staged in the outskirts of Epic Universe, the plot of land that has been cleared out for Epic Universe. And I'm very interested to see how this is going to turn out, as there isn't a lot of things being built there so far. As of right now, I think as far as people are aware, the plot of land is still just cleared out and that's it. There's nothing being built, which is why it's weird that there's track pieces being laid out and staged ready to get put in to nothing. But the rumor is that these track pieces do look very similar to the Yoshi attraction over at the Super Mario World in Universal Japan. Now, my best guess is that's probably where they're going to start for construction at Epic Universe, and this is a great sign that the construction is going to start back up over there. So Super Mario World, Super Nintendo World may be our first land being installed into Epic Universe. And now we move on to some Florida Howl news. As a week ago, SeaWorld Orlando released a ton of teasers for their event this year regarding the mazes, scare zones, and everything regarding its first year event here in SeaWorld Orlando. And everything has been released on their event website. Now, these teasers were little images that gave you a rough idea for the theme of each attraction coming this year, with some speculating that a few older mazes that were removed from Busch Gardens would be making their way down the road to SeaWorld Orlando. And personally, I'm kind of on the fence on what I think of that. I know that from my friends that they've told me that if these things were to go there, they would fit in much better in SeaWorld rather than they did at Busch Gardens. One of the ones that is being rumored a lot right now is the Black Spot, an old maze that was over in Busch Gardens, and it is a very nice pirate themed maze, so I've been told. So that would definitely fit much better in the theme of SeaWorld Orlando. But like I said, it does cut down on the number of new original ideas that are being put into the event. With all of these things being moved from Busch Gardens over to SeaWorld, it lessens the amount of new mazes that you're going to get. But like I said, we will cover any new news regarding the event as we find out about it. But speaking about Howl in Busch Gardens, we have some new news coming out of Busch Gardens, some new development in something that may impact Howl over there. As a few days ago, we once again saw testing start up for Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa, but this time with some of the park executives on the ride while it was testing. Now, to me, this looks very positive, as they're starting to test with humans on board rather than dummies. And to explain how this kind of ties into Howl, I do believe that this does not entirely rule out a fall 2021 opening for Iron Gwazi, which would mean that the attraction would be opening and open during the event, which would allow you to have a much lower wait time for that ride if you decided to go during the night, and you would also get those really nice nighttime rides on that attraction. But that is all the news that we have for you guys here for the month of June. If you enjoyed, please make sure that you drop a like and also comment. Out of all this news, what are you the most excited for? Whether it be Disney, Howl stuff, or the new construction possibly starting up at Epic Universe, please let me know. But as always, I'm Michael, this has been Howl Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.